Right, let's have a look. I don't need to move, do I? I'm just going to look at this horrible thing. I've seen one of these before, so I'm going to just launch Eldritch Blast at her. Nearly, I saw that. That's 10. Oh. Oh, and once that happens, I'll drop to the floor. I'll lower myself to the floor even.
Stuff and do a little healing.
You won't get it tomorrow. Striking. Yeah. Yeah. On an unpaid holiday. Leasing hospital at the moment, so I've not been able to get down for the last couple. But they're all off to London for a big march. It's like, are you coming? He's like, no. Gonna stay close to home. Thank you. Yeah, I've done that. I'm going to move into the smaller bedroom and make the master bedroom into a VR room. Hello. Oh, who left? No. Oh. Hello. Oh. Right, so I'm messing with cameras because people keep popping in and out. So. Ja, are you... Right. You're fine, Dart. Trust me, you're fine. We're back. I'm just messing with cameras now that Dart's back.
So they've announced Gloomhaven, the role-playing game.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, folks.
It'll be crowdfunded on Kickstarter in 2023. I might actually might take a look at that when it comes and see what it looks like.
What's that getting crowdfunded?
Gloomhaven, the role-playing game.
Ooh.
Still haven't even played Gloomhaven yet. I've been on I've had opportunities to play it, but I've never had time to actually invest in it.
We need to carry on with our campaign, me and Evil. Pleb.
Yeah, we do.
The tabletop. I mean, the tabletop version's awesome, but it just takes so long to get out and set up.
Yeah, I was sorely tempted to sell my physical copy the other day just because it's like, oh, actually, it's so easy to play the online version. now.
It is so easy.
It's not bloody easy. It's a nightmare.
I mean,
No.
it's difficult. But it's
You
easy
need to
to get to the
start
really,
playing it.
really difficult, horrible, the gooey center in which the enemies rip you to pieces.
Part of the fun, isn't it?
Great fun.
Yeah,
The
it's
last
good
couple of
game.
missions we've done have been horrible there in terms of hardness. Brutal.
So many times we played the tabletop version where you're literally one turn between you're going to die or you're going to win. You either have to kill 3 bad guys to win, or you're going to either die or be exhausted at the end of that turn. And so many times, the feeling when you pull it off, it's so awesome.
I have a problem with Mansions of Madness. I've probably played about 6 games and I love it, and I've only ever won once, but I've had an amazing time playing it every single time.
I've enjoyed it. We've won a few times, but I very nearly wiped everyone else as the bad guy in one game. They got me on the last go.
Have you tried the Arkham Horror TCG?
No.
That is excellent. It is probably the best, I was going to say board game, but one of the best games I've ever played. It is really, really good. I would highly recommend it, especially with the first expansion, Dunwich.
Are you playing the old edition or the newest edition?
When did the new one come out?
Last year, maybe?
No, it would have been way. I was still at Blizzard. I was playing it on my lunch breaks with friends.
Okay.
I've heard people rave about the Arkham Horror LCG as well.
It really is good. It has an ability to tell a story, especially if you want to engage and create your narrative as you're playing it. That it's unlike anything I've ever done before. I had an absolute blast playing it.
What's this?
But apparently, I have enough board games.
Not possible.
Kel definitely doesn't have enough board games. He needs more.
Yeah, you don't have enough board games. You just don't have enough space. You need more space, and that's what an extension's for.
My friend
what?
moved all his into the garage, and he's still running out of room because the spare room's full as well.
Yeah, plan is to turn the garage into a dedicated games room at some stage, but
Perfect. I think that's called a man cave.
Oh, yes.
All right. Let us continue.
Board games for the family. So
Well, my kids are old enough that they play one with me now, so it's
there you
fine.
go.
Even
It's
Mansions of Madness.
not a man cave. It's a family cave then.
Yeah. Get the gratuitous box of Twister. Yeah, put it on the side there.
We've got a board game session, an all-day board game event between Christmas and New Year.
Oh, I miss that stuff.
I'm going over to a friend who's saying last night he's got 170 games.
Mm.
I think I might have him beat.
Possibly.
Ooh.
I know a friend has, definitely.
He's also
I think mine was
Oh, that's nice.
170 last time I counted it.
the one game he hasn't got in his collection that he's really trying to get hold of is Campaign for North Africa.
Oh, wow.
That's a fair commitment, though, that one, isn't it?
Yeah, he's trying to find a copy.
Yeah, like a year of your life to play it, like full time.
Yeah, apparently, I was saying last night it goes right down to the weather in various sectors of the map.
My granddad did that for real.
Yeah, mine
What?
too.
Campaign for North Africa.
Yeah, he was part of the campaign of North Africa, went for Italy, up Italy, and towards top of Italy.
Yeah, same. My grandpa's in North Africa in the Ancient Royal Engineers.
Yeah, mine too.
I don't know which regiment of army, part of the army he was in, but he was a captain at the time. But he was in logistics, so I don't know what that would have been.
Got a picture of my wife's grandfather sat on a,
Camel.
I want to say Crusader tank in Desert Army uniform, but we can't work out quite where it was taken. I just know the tank. You can figure out the tank. I think it's a Crusader. It's quite an interesting photo. Quite an interesting photo.
Was it Scarborough Beach?
It could have been Scarborough Beach.
Yes.
For sure.
100%.
100%.
On the note of board games weekends, if any of you fancy it, I've got booked myself for the weekend for Aircon. It's fair ways up north, though, at Harrogate Convention Centre. But I think
That's like 10 minutes away from my house.
Yeah. Aircon is a very popular board games convention up there, which is kind of very, just play games oriented.
What date is it?
Let me just look it up again. It's sometime like March off the top of my head.
There's a thing in I think in Nottingham where they play old Warhammer stuff, not the old rules and stuff, and the old figures and everything.
You mean the old Games Workshop place?
It's not actually at Games Workshop, yeah.
No, it's Games Workshop. It's from ex-employees and stuff like that. And
Oh, that's a bit close to home.
I think it's I can't remember what it's called now.
Did the Golden Demon down there many, many years ago.
Is anybody feeling injured?
That was in
Thursday 9th through Sunday 12th of March, inclusive, I think, for Aircon. I'll share the link in the D&D show.
Fantastic, thank you.
I've managed to avoid Warhammer and Age of Sigmar and all that kind of stuff, but my 12-year-old has just got into it and he's getting a Sylvaneth army for Christmas. So I stupidly went out and bought myself a Nurgle army that is waiting for me to assemble.
Nice.
But as everybody says, it's good news like that. They won't have the money to buy drugs.
Yes. It's true.
Oh, yeah.
Have to start dealing to afford their Warhammer.
But you know, the scary thing is, back in the day, back in the late 80s, you could buy a decent lead set for like £2.99 or £1.99. And now the plastic ones are like a fortune.
Also, there's one figure, like one of the biggest figures for the Nurgle army, is called the Glotkin, and it's plastic, and it costs €150.
Behave. I got a solid lead Elven Chariot for like 20 quid.
Right.
Like I said, this is back in the late 80s, so that 20 quid was still a bit of money, I suppose, but that's ridiculous.
Purists frown upon it, but the 3D printing option is always there, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. No, I haven't got a 3D printer. I've got friends around me who have them, though, so I'm pretty fucking tempted, to be honest.
I think for some things you might as well, because it's just...
I mean, if you're just going to kind of toy soldiers it and stuff, then it's like, yeah, why not? But yeah, if you're kind of a collector and stuff, then yeah, totally understand wanting to have the real deal and all that.
Well, it's the building and painting that I love, to be honest. I'm not even sure how much we're going to play the game, like the tabletop game, but it's nice just sitting around the table with my kid and building and creating and painting and having an activity together, right?
Get me into the fantasy roleplay. Yeah, Warhammer.
My dad never painted with me.
I play
He
D&D
played
with him,
games
really.
with me, but
Yeah, good. That's good.
Yeah. No, I'm DMing Dragon of Frostbite Peak.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
Frost, what's it called? Dragon of Frost.
Either Dragon of Ice Spire Peak or
Ice Spire Peak. That's
Ice
it.
Fight, Ice Fight, yeah.
yeah, I was considering running that one, but I think I've got one to Storm King's Thunder with Evil and the other chaps who I DM on Monday. It seemed like a easier move in. There was kind of stuff written in Storm King's Thunder for transfer from Lost Mines of Phandelver directly.
I'm struggling to change gear from the evil campaign we're playing in there.
Oh yeah,
My
it's kind of
paladin.
it's a little bit strange because we essentially kind of rotate who's DMing on a campaign by campaign basis, and the last campaign was like everybody be evil and kill the civilians, and now it's back to being the heroes of Phandalin and trying to prevent the murdering of townsfolk.
Yeah, you're not making that easy.
There are some pretty douchey townsfolk there.
Anyway, if anyone's injured, I am glowing and radiating healing energy.
Oh, yes, please.
Let's get back to the game, gentlemen. So,
I
as the
found it, by the
final
way. I'll talk about it in the end.
Yuntai dies, things kind of die down, go quiet
For now.
for now.
We've all
Thunderstep.
I think you probably healed everybody with that.
Yeah, I just need one. I've only got 3 points of damage, so I'll take the lowest one.
You can have 8 hit
13
points
down,
back.
so
Could I have the 15, please?
13. Can I take a 13?
You may.
Thank you very much.
Be my
I'm
guest,
looking for
guys.
some, though.
I'll take the second 13.
We haven't even explored a third of the map yet, guys.
I'm no longer blooded.
You haven't, no.
If there's any spare going, give me a shout.
For healing?
Yeah.
I don't know, it depends on what people have taken. Who took the 8?
I took the 8.
So Rage took the 8. There's an 11 on the go.
But I'll take the 11 then. I've taken the 15 already.
I need something.
I've taken a 13.
Yeah, I've done a 13.
I've only got one 13. Oh, no.
No, you've got
I've got 2. That's all right.
There's two 8s as well.
I've
Two eights,
taken
two
taken
11s.
the top 14, by the way, myself. So.
Right,
Yeah,
you
that second 8 should
13.
actually be a 13.
Who's
Which
had a
one can
13?
I have?
Sorry?
Which
Who's
one
had
can
a
I have?
13?
You've gone a bit quiet.
Which one can I have?
Hold on. Who's had a 13?
I've had a 13. I've just healed myself with it. So
Anybody
Jet,
else have a 13?
Me.
yeah, Jet's had one.
Who had the 15? Anybody else have a 15? Anybody have a 12? An 8?
I have the 8 that is an 8, yeah. The one at the top.
Yeah, the middle 8 is technically a 13.
Are we bidding for healing figures now?
Zed's removing them from
The
the
chat,
list
yeah.
so that we know
Which
what's
makes it
left.
easier.
So, anybody else had a 13? Okay.
Anyone else need a 13?
Well, I'm.
I do.
So I need 17 if possible, but happy to take less.
Yep,
I need
go for it.
15.
I need 24.
I'll take 15 if 15's available.
Yep.
Take the 211 start.
Can you take multiple?
Yeah.
It's
Can
just
you take
different
22 dart?
rounds.
And I could do with that 8 if it's going, if nobody else
That's
wants
a
it.
13.
Oh, it's a 13, ignore that.
So there's a 12 and a 13 left.
Yeah, I just forgot to put the +5 on for one of them.
Well, actually, if you need... hang on. If you only need 8, Medi.
I need 6 really.
Oh no, well, Dart can take that 13 instead of one of the 11s and gain the 2 that he's missing because he needed 24, not 22.
True. Yeah, go for it. Under the 2, and I'll take that.
Yeah, and then you can take the other one and still get your hit points.
Brilliant.
Okay, that is a 12 then.
Anyone need a 12?
Is anybody damaged? 'Cause I'm full health now.
The Darrow, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm full health now.
And if everyone else is full, I am down 2 hit points. But yeah.
It's there to be used.
You might as well use it.
Okay. If no one else is needing it, I shall use that to top me out.
Let's heal the blind lady.
I already healed her.
That should put everybody at full.
Wait, did you say 24 or 22?
24.
24 now.
And then I shall end concentration on this spell.
That is
Else
really
it actually
good.
runs out. It is really good, yes.
I think as a DM I should ban
I'm
it.
just missing 1 hit point.
No, don't say that. That's what I'm memorizing when I rest.
You could literally stand in the middle of combat and just spam that.
Yeah, but it takes... I can only do 1 per round. 2d6 plus 5 per round.
Ah,
The normal casting of it, if you're not a life cleric, is only 2d6.
wow.
Okay.
So it's a L'Oreal signature. So
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Charge the area and seem to be in control of 2 bridges. Possibly.
Yeah, check out the bridges.
Right, well, the bridge to the north we need to capture. That's ours. The bridge to the south I think we should raise.
It's
They're
already
currently
raised.
raised already.
Oh, brilliant.
So the ones to the north, if we lower that and then try and capture the north bank, if there's anything else still up there, that's a threat.
Yeah.
Then we'll have essentially 2 areas. But check the rooms in here before we
Can
lower
I
the
open
bridge.
this door, please?
Yeah, that's what I was just saying.
Hold on.
I'd like to think with all the noise we've been making that
Hey guys, we've got some civilians over here.
Yeah, they're kind of sat wide-eyed, kind of huddled down behind the curtain. As you approach Ember, there is a baby cry.
Okay, in that case, L'Oreal, can you come over here, please?
You're gonna ask the 16-year-old girl to come and look at the baby.
There's a baby in there. I'm not going in
I'm-
there.
I'm not quite 16 actually. I'm 19. I've just looked at my bio.
19.
It's been a while.
19. Yeah.
Either way, I weigh about 80 pounds, so telling me to storm a bridge is not a good idea.
You weigh double that with your armor, don't you?
That's true actually.
What else is there in there?
There's some people.
Okay. I
civilians.
walk in and
To raise the bridge to.
It's already
So,
raised.
yeah, that bridge is raised anyway.
I mean, to lower it or raise it or whatever.
Peeking in behind the curtains.
There is a man and a woman kind of huddled up in the corner, trying to shrink as far away as possible. The woman has got a bundle of clothing and cloth in her hands that she's kind of hugging to her chest. She kind of looks wide-eyed. Don't hurt us! Don't hurt us! We do everything the master asks.
We're not here to hurt you. We're here to free you.
Are you sure?
Free us
Yes.
from the masters.
Yes, hopefully.
Can't be
There's-
possible.
There's some work to do yet.
They told us we would never leave. We would do as long as we did what they wanted.
Just
we would be...
kind of looking for signs of tadpoles or otherwise.
These two, no signs.
We have defeated a number of them, and hopefully we'll get you out of here soon. Do you need anything? Is your baby well?
Oh, baby's fine.
Ember,
encouraged us to have children.
That's horrible. Generational.
And now they really need to die painfully.
Well, we're gathering a number of your other enslaved comrades, and we're securing the banks of the city. So hopefully we can lead you to freedom soon.
Well, I can fight, says the man. Give me an axe. I can swing it like any woodcutter.
Looking him up and down, what's my thoughts on that?
Is there any trees around here? There must be word.
He's probably not swung an axe for a while. And so the definition isn't there, but he's not a small guy.
Does anyone have a spare axe? That's the question.
Everyone that we've rescued will need protection. So
Yeah. Well, I'm going to go and pick up my hand axe, my javelin.
Yeah.
There's anything that's off the Darrow that we have dispatched, feel free to equip whatever you need.
As kindly as I can, I'm going to sort of say there are others that need your protection, but as you know, these masters you speak of will need a little more than an axe. So make sure you stay behind us.
Okay. But if there's enough of us, perhaps we can help.
That would be my goal, ultimately.
When there's enough, yes.
When there's enough.
Have you any way?
Till then, we need to keep these people safe.
For sure.
We could.
Do you have
we
any
could
way to
do-
contact other villagers on other parts of the city? Is there an underground or anything like that that's a rebellion or anything like that hidden?
He shakes his head.
They seem
The
very
only thing we heard of
quite couch-Lenneth.
was the black monster that would attack them as they travelled between the city and the mines. That's all we heard about.
That's huge, Lenneth.
We were not able to. We were not able to form a resistance. They never really left us alone.
Well, that monster, as you call it, is on your side.
Oh, well, that is good.
Perhaps we should start a rebellion.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
We could maybe set him to organise the others who we've freed so far and get them armed at least.
See what skills we've got available through the people we've rescued so far.
Maybe think about setting an ambush for when we come back.
They're all pretty much commoners, so they won't have any kind of adventuring class levels as such.
Yeah, but they might have skills for repairing or equipping. Or, survival skills for getting back to another city or funding for themselves or something.
The thing is, if we can get things like bows with get fire bows, they can set fire to things at a distance and not actually get involved.
Yeah.
And just cause nuisance.
Just so you know, if you gather things together, you have got 11 light crossbows and about 100 crossbow bolts.
From the Darrow, is it?
Yeah.
What about the UNT? Did you have anything apart from
Scimitars.
A couple of scimitars.
Could be enough to hold the bridge.
Yeah.
And you've also got 11 hooked spears.
Yeah.
So you've got a decent amount of stuff to, like you say, hook spears just to keep things at bay while crossbow people fire crossbows.
Yeah.
It will. I mean, it wouldn't be a It might not be an amazing strategy against the Mind Flayers, but it would certainly work against the Darrow, less so against the Savants.
Those Savants aren't immune to a load of crossbow bolts.
No.
I think if it's things like that, they're attacking from cover, one volley, move and get out of the way.
Yeah.
It's just basically hit, run, and don't engage.
Don't form a line.
I'm going to go and check the mechanism for the north drawbridge. See how easy it is to draw.
Yeah,
This was the one where it's got the wheel on the outside and something on the inside as well, hasn't it?
correct. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it's already been dropped.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I can't see over it though.
No, it'll be one of those invisible wall things, I would think.
There you go.
Thank you.
All right, Emma, do you want to check the other buildings that are here? Quietly.
The buildings we hadn't searched before are back on the other side though.
Yeah, that's what I was going to go and check.
Why have I got an icon on my character, Zed?
Because you were hidden.
Oh.
Dumb. Come.
I'm going to sneak over the bridge and check out the gatehouse to make sure that it is unoccupied.
Okay.
I'll come with you.
Give me a. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not rolling very well tonight. Is there a way into that side, or is it only the other side?
Appears to be only the other side.
There's a door over this side, if I remember
Yeah,
rightly.
yeah. Go over there.
It is unoccupied.
Any sign of habitation?
Yeah, there's sign of habitation, but there's just nothing habitating at the moment.
I wonder if that's the one that came from the south when we were in the room to the north. Yeah, when we had that big fight in there.
Yeah. Have a quick look around to see if there's any written material, orders or anything like that.
Nothing.
Go check
There's
the
been a
other one.
distinct lack. In fact, there's been a distinct lack of written orders.
Check this room. I'll listen.
There's another couple in there.
Should we all move across and keep together?
Do they look vacant-eyed or?
No.
Probably because the other drawbridge is up, so they can't come over it anyway.
Are there all civilians here?
They are.
We're freeing you all.
There are some in a building down there, and point to the building that you accidentally killed the civilians in.
So does that mean that the other buildings have got guards in them?
We heard the guards running not too long ago.
The ones that were outside are now dead. We're gathering civilians across the drawbridge.
The main gate back out towards the mines is open. The last time you saw that, it was closed.
Yeah, because Emma closed it.
No, the mine witness closed it.
Oh, did it? Oh, you opened it, didn't you? That's right.
The mine witness closed it. Yeah.
I'll go check the other buildings. See whether there's anyone in them, whether they're hiding or.
There's nothing.
There's two Jarro hiding in the bog on the first building.
Well, they're dead. Was
Yeah,
in the toilet.
was that like 7 sessions ago or something?
Nothing.
It was last year sometime.
Quiet.
So,
If there was anything, either they came across the drawbridge and joined their comrades, or they've left.
that mind witness that was just hovering there, that's
Gone.
disappeared.
Gone.
That's probably the one that we just killed down south.
Possibly, or
Or they
it's
might
gone
have
out the
sent
gate.
some people out into the mines because that door's open. Or they might have fled.
Didn't the lady just say that they've gone on patrol? They left a short while ago.
She
What,
said
they're on
that
patrol?
not long ago she heard feet running.
I'm going to go over towards the gates and see if there's any fresh tracks to show anyone's left since we came in.
Give me a survival roll. Survival?
I did.
Didn't come through.
Yeah.
That's
25.
25.
Saw it here.
Oh, it's just come through now. Yeah.
Yeah, 28 seconds ago it says here.
40 for me.
It says 25.
What's the total?
25.
Okay. Hard to tell whether they're fresh or not because it's stone and dust, but there are tracks leading away from the door, and as best you can see, they are overlaying your tracks that you made coming in.
Can I tell what they are? Whether they're Dero or humans that have run away or something? Yeah, okay.
Hard to tell. Yeah, I've got it now. I just refreshed my screen and everything came through.
But we need some piano wire at Darrow neck height across that entrance.
Well, this didn't lead anywhere apart from towards the mines, if I remember right.
Well,
Yeah, it's the exit.
It leads out further back into the Underdark.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's our way out.
but it doesn't lead to potential reinforcements that I know of.
That you know of, no.
Yeah. Okay, they could be running for their lives, or there's something out there that I don't know of.
I don't think these creatures would have a lot of choice to run for their lives.
Well, if they were under the influence of the mind flayers as well, by threats, if not mind control, then this would be a bid for freezing.
Or maybe the city of the Dark Dwarves, whatever they were. Maybe they're attacking now. Who knows?
Seem to have.
So we're working our way along these doors, by the way.
Yes.
I've been down those.
The ones to the east.
Yes, all the way up to the boat.
All right.
Now. Well, I've not gone back into the room that's by the bridge, by the boat yet. We could recheck that, I suppose, but
well, we could get everybody from the other side of the river, couldn't we?
Yeah.
Put them in there.
And now we've got the this bridge clear. We could get everybody out of that side now and bring them across.
Yeah, maybe get rid of the corpses of the civilians beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, when did we kill civilians?
They were infected, weren't they?
By accident.
Just chuck them in the river.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll
Say a
go
slight
back
prayer.
into the room. I can't open the door, but I'll double check that area is clear.
It is still clear.
I'll start clearing out bodies.
So
Okay. Well, you can spend half an hour just tidying up this area, removing the bodies, tossing them into the river, getting everything a little bit more secure.
yeah, gathering weapons and equipment for the civilians, stockpiling foodstuffs and things.
Behead the illithid. Put its head outside the door on a pike.
Okay.
Maybe.
Sounds
Oh,
good.
we've got 2 liquids.
I actually thought you were going to put it in your bag.
No.
The trophy.
Yes.
This is an emblem. If they all start coming across over here now, and they see these 2 illithid heads, they'll be like,
Awesome. Or just you could skim one of the heads and wear it as a
wear it as
mask.
a mask.
Yeah. And when they come through the door, go, fooled you. No,
So
right.
who are you taking across there then?
Everyone we can. The casters, the
Yeah, clear everybody out.
yeah.
And then get ready for an ambush of this illithid that's going to come to drain them.
Oh, we've still got hours until he turns up.
It was 6 hours, wasn't it?
Depends on how much they know and how much the mind witness has transmitted to the rest of the city before it was slain.
He went pretty quick though, didn't he?
He did go pretty quick.
He did go pretty quick. Okay, so that's the total number of civilians you've found from this area. You've effectively taken control of 3 sectors, 3 areas of this part of the city. From a destabilization point of view, at the moment, you're not there yet, but you are over halfway.
I don't know what people's resources are like, but do we push on to the next level or?
Well, we can't have a rest because we've only got about 4 hours left now.
Yeah, we can't have a long rest, but do we fortify this area or move on?
I think we need to fortify. We can't take something and then not strengthen it. But could I ask one of the villagers or one of the mages which direction did the illithids come from when they came? Do they know?
South.
So they came over this bridge then?
Yes. Which
Right.
currently you are in control of.
Is this quite raised area, Zed?
There is no barrier to the river, but it's about 10 feet above the level of the water right now.
So it wouldn't be easy to climb for someone assaulting.
But you've
But
seen
mind
a
players
levitate, and the mind witnesses levitate.
Well, let's be honest. These civilians are not going to be able to hold off illithids and mind players. So if
No,
it gets to that
they can
point,
you would imagine if they could probably hold off some Darrow, the Savants, the Casters, maybe less so, unless they can get a drop on them.
We gather as many crossbows and bolts that we can find.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
I would hazard a guess as well. If we get a good sight at a mind flayer, and there's 11 crossbows firing a bolt, and there's 11 crossbow bolts going at
some of them are going to hit it.
Some of them are going to hit, and it's going to think twice about actually coming any closer.
Yeah.
It's just like suppression fire, isn't it? It's like keep it down.
And all the men that you have now will come out and start patrolling the North Bank with crossbows and spears for that very reason.
If we can get a barricade across the main entrance, that'd be great. You know, the main door in, and that to the mines, and that'll stop us somebody coming back and hitting us in the butt.
If you remember rightly, it has a big bar on the inside.
Yeah,
So you can close it,
Yeah,
Is the tower here, Zed?
unlock it.
yeah, wonderful.
Is where? Where am I looking? Ping.
Oh, I pinged.
Not seeing pings.
Bottom left of the drawbridge and the drawbridge.
That there? No, it's just a one-story building.
I've had a little listen at the door for an 18 perception. Can I hear anything?
Nothing.
Can I open the door?
You can
Store cupboard.
storage.
Cleaning supplies, broom.
Yeah, cleaning supplies, broom.
Is that a tower?
Several.
That's why I was asking whether it was a tower or
No,
not. 'Cause if it was, it would be great overlooking that.
Yeah, well, I could go up there and fire 120 feet.
Not a tower.
That's what you're talking.
But with regards to that, this area here is 10 foot above the surface of the water, so
Yeah.
it is quite a good vantage point, at least safe for if there was any physical assault.
That area there does give you a view of the actual drawbridge area here.
Yeah.
So you know, if things were trying to push across here, a couple of you here with ranged weapons could slow them down.
Okay. So we could try and hold an ambush here.
So we'd lower the drawbridge, let them across, and then hit them, and then maybe raise the drawbridge up while they're on our side.
Could work. Depends on whether it'll be across.
Mm.
Could try and hide until they're across, raise the drawbridge before we attack them.
Yeah.
Like a hungry hippo. And then just lower the drawbridge again. I'll take a month, but we'll...
2 at a time.
You do have a rowboat, so you could always go down the river and see what you can find and attack from a different angle.
That's a good point.
Suicidal, but
No, maybe we could jam this bridge so it doesn't go down and do that.
Can we how much oil is there in this area?
Oil.
Yeah.
There are no full barrels of oil. There are just a few flasks here and there for lanterns. If you looked hard enough, you could probably gather about 16 pints.
Calgar would drink that in one night, though.
He would.
I just think it's something else that if we can make kind of Molotovs for these people to use. It's an easy way of holding people up. So if they need to retreat, they can just sort of like chuck it onto the bridge.
Yeah, good idea.
You can definitely do that.
I'm sure there'll be plenty of clay flasks and jugs around.
Well, they're all in jars anyway.
Yeah, just an elf.
So you just put a rag around it, light the rag, and throw the whole thing, and hope it goes up.
So do we continue this more or less frontal assault, or do we try and...
Jonathan, what you know about the next area is it's where the boss lives.
Right. Okay.
So we need to bypass this area then, for now.
No, it's the area boss, isn't it? It's not the big boss.
It's the area boss, yeah.
So I do think we've arrested
He's
up.
only red with one skull. He's not red with two or three.
Yes.
That's Salcon, is it? The guy with the beholder.
Yes.
Right.
He's formidable.
Yeah, it's his bodyguard that I'm worried about. him as well, but the bodyguard is, I'm not a fan of beholders.
From what I'm guessing is no one wants to face a severe threat right now without very much the upper hand.
Yeah, it'd have to be something where they're not expecting it, so we can surprise them.
I'm very low on resources. I don't know about the rest of you.
I'm fine because I've been really reserved on mine.
Yeah.
I'm doing all right, despite
All
a couple
mine
of
were
levels.
utility to start with, so, but I've got other ways to fight back. I don't need necessary spells.
You're probably
Still
guessing
good
that
here as well.
we now have about 5 hours before this visitation, this mind flayer turns up to enjoy his morning breakfast.
Well, it's a short rest, but it ain't a long rest.
It is definitely a
Mhm.
short rest.
Do some folks need shorter rest times, or is that still not long enough for you guys?
I think you still need. You may not only need the sleep for 4 hours, but you still need the actual rest, don't you, to get the benefit?
Correct.
Yeah,
Okay.
but if anyone gets things back with a short rest, now's the time to do it.
Okay, I do get my bardic inspiration back, I think.
Okay, you may all take a short rest then.
Yeah, you get your thingy back, don't you, on the short rest? Action surge and stuff.
Yeah.
Me, yeah, I do as well.
Well, we may as well just take a quick short rest then.
And you can, I was going to say you can spend hit dice, but you don't need to at the moment, but you could spend hit dice.
I'll also search the buildings on that lead on the outskirts for any secret passages like we found on the first one. So,
Talking about resting for a brief second. The Simbaroon 5e conversion, the resting system in that is pretty good.
okay.
So you don't get you get a very minuscule amount of hit points back at a short rest. You can't spend hit dice. A long rest is you spend hit dice, and then you have to take a full rest, which is at least 24 hours to get your hit points back.
Oh, okay.
It's very different. But Simbaroom as a game is designed to be very, very deadly for anything. So that's probably their way around having 100 hit points.
Yeah.
I quite like that because one of the you often see it. One of the things levied against 5th edition is that, oh look, I had 120 hit points knocked out of me, and I've had an 8-hour rest, and now I'm magically full of health again.
Yeah, I don't restore hit points, barring 1 plus Constitution modifier on long rest, because I'm horrible.
But when you have that kind of brutality, you say horrible, but when you have that kind of brutality, it stops the need for you to be resting every room, which is what happens in traditional 5th edition, right?
Yeah.
Very
If
true.
you let it.
If you let it, yeah. I mean, you're more than welcome to try and have a long rest here if you wish. There are consequences.
We don't have the time.
No, it doesn't sound like a good idea.
Well, we know it's definitely not. With this, we're maximum 6 hours away from having another illithid turn up.
And you can almost hear that what could go wrong in Zed's voice when he suggests it.
Yeah, what could go wrong?
Yeah, I've got one rage left in me, and that'll be for this next fight. So
yours are a long rest to get those back, are they?
yes, yeah.
Right.
So my query stands: do we want to explore through another means, perhaps down the river by boat, or do we want to hold up here and attempt this ambush?
If we don't stay here and stop the illithid, then there's a risk that the people who we've just set up to...
We could be back before 6 hours have elapsed.
Right, okay.
5 hours because you've had a long rest.
Sure.
4 hours because you've had a...
3, sir.
Yeah, it's 4 hours.
Yeah, so to be honest with you, we may as well get that out of the way, and then we buy each, and then we can go and examine other ways to attack, I suppose.
I mean, there's time in between, so the stealthy members of the party could maybe scope out what's down the river at the risk of starting a fight and getting absolutely mauled.
Yeah, the rest of us just won't go. Will be just purely the stealthy people. So
We don't need them.
It
fine.
is, yeah, it is not. Do not engage, and just make sure you come back.
What are the river walls made out of? If we go down the East River, are the beaches or is it all just cliff face?
There are beaches in places.
Okay.
But from what Jelenneth knows is the central area, there are no beaches. The beach is the opposite side of the river.
Okay. There. How swift is the current on this river? It's going down.
If you remember from the boat that you were in, it did require a little bit of effort to keep it
Yeah,
going in a straight line.
Rage was wrong, wasn't he?
So it's a fairly fast flowing river.
Okay.
You do not know how deep it is.
How's this?
Wow. Yeah.
How's this bridge set up here, Mr. Arbridge? How is it? Is it?
This one.
Yeah, has it got rooms either side, or is it just like?
So this side has an exposed handle that you
Yeah.
crank.
Yeah.
This side has a covered handle that you crank inside a building that is completely sealed to the outside, apart from the door.
Apart from the door.
I can't see the door, so.
Round
It's around the other side, yeah.
I'm going to watch the river, see if I can see if there's anything in it. Because we've got UNT coming out the water areas, which both of the ones we've encountered came from that thing. I want to see if there's any movements for them type of things.
You watch for 5 minutes or so, you don't really see anything. But you get a good measure, and you suspect that a boat or something of that kind that's in the water will probably move about. It's moving fairly quickly, so it's a 30-foot move per turn.
And then you see a body go round.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it's swim speed type of thing. Would you be able to swim against the currents, or is it too strong?
For something with a swim speed, won't affect them. For you without a swim speed, you're going to be half of your half movement. So you're going to be quarter movement swimming against the current.
So, quick question. You know that fence that we came over originally? What type of fence is it?
This one over here.
Over there, yeah.
Like a just a log fence.
Okay, so if I take the poles out of that, are there enough to sharpen the ends of it and across that narrow it to a choke point? Across the
Oh, the drawbridge entrance.
Yeah.
Good
so
idea.
rather than having 15 feet, we could narrow it down to a 5-foot gap.
I can narrow lots of things down with a wall of fire if needs be.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could probably do a maximum of 10 foot either side.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I'll that'll be.
However, no. To do a decent job, you're looking at 4 hours.
Decent just has to be reasonable. And if there's a guy that was the guy that was over there who said he used to be a wook,
yeah,
I think
help.
Yeah, he'll be. He's got that man's got skills. So
still going to take you a couple of hours.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Can we do a montage?
That will mean
montage.
that will mean the Illithid that's due to visit will be 2 hours out.
That's fine. It just gives me something to do. I just want to make that a little bit more secure. Because if he brings friends and he brings a load of Darrow, if we can sort of like narrow that down a little bit.
Where do you want it? Like that kind of shape? Like that?
To funnel them in, yeah, may as well with the spikes pointing across. Yeah,
Isn't it going to be kind of obvious though when they turn up here and there's loads of spikes and stuff?
Yeah, we'll cover them in bushes.
There aren't any bushes there.
I'm joking. You're fine.
What about keeping the barricades to either side and then pushing them across at the last moment?
Well, no. Well, we could do that. We could put them. Have we got any? Are there any carts around here?
No.
No wagons or carts.
No wagons or carts.
We could make you're right. We could make the barricades up and then move them in.
Or stand them on end and then just drop them down, right?
Yeah.
Heads up, it's 11:10 here, guys, and I'm absolutely beat, so I don't know how long I'm going to survive on this.
So, what is the plan for next week? So you're going to build the barricade. That puts you 2 hours away from the Illithid arriving.
I want to go into this.
Do you want to wait it out for him to turn up and ambush him? Or do you want to do another full frontal assault?
Well, we set up a defence here, so we might. Well,
I mean, we can't really ambush him if we've like gone and changed the way things look, right?
Yeah, true.
Well, that looks a little suspicious. Maybe we won't walk across the drawbridge.
The thing is, like I say, if we move, if they're barricades that could be moved, we'll move them round to either side, and they can just be pushed into place. So as soon as he gets onto that drawbridge, we can raise one side.
Right, just out of interest, there are going to be 2 other people on the opposite side of the bank operating the other side of the drawbridge, aren't they?
Correct. Bear in mind, Illithids float. So barricades don't really help you.
Well, he can levitate, can't he? So he can go up, but he can't go far. He can going forwards and thinking, so he can go up.
Well, on the assumption he doesn't have fly, yes. You haven't seen one cast fly for sure.
Yeah. So if he can go above it, but he can't move forwards, that's fine. But I'm thinking more. I don't know if the mind witnesses can actually fly, or whether they actually they're always sort of like 5 feet off. Can they go straight up? They can, can't they? Yeah.
Because one was over the river, wasn't it?
Oh, okay. Yeah. You can prepare a couple of barricades. That's not a problem.
But I'm thinking more of the mundane. You know, if they know something's going on and they bring sort of like a load of savants and derros, we don't want them getting in here and causing a load of shit.
One of the things that I've been saving spell-wise for this type of thing is spike growth. So, spike growth.
Yeah.
So what I'm planning on doing is either dropping it on them or behind them so that they can't retreat without taking damage, or move about. It won't have any effect on the mind witness or the mind flayer if it levitates, but if it tries to walk forward, it's going to take damage, and so is anything else that tries to maneuver.
I think preventing anything from heading back across the drawbridge is fairly important.
Yes.
That's the main thing I'm saving it for.
Well, the other thing I'm going to say is we need to control the other 2 rooms on the other side of the drawbridge. Otherwise, it can just raise it.
Well, getting over there isn't that big a problem. It's depends on what's in there.
All right. So we will pick this up next week. We will try and wrap your domination of this area up next week.
Okay.
All right.
Yep.
Very good.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ed.
Have a good evening, everybody.
Oh, yes.
Have a good week. And I will see you all next week.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you. Take care, all.
Bye.
Cheers. Bye.
Night on.
Bye.